Hey everybody, Slim Anthem here, back with another episode of Talking Points. In this episode, I'm going to be addressing some of the unanswered questions from the classic game Modern Warfare, also known as Call of Duty 4. And regardless of whether I'm talking about the original version or the remastered, the issues, like the questions that I bring up, are pretty much still the same. So there's three things I'm going to be addressing throughout this video. So the first question that I have about the game that doesn't really seem to be answered at all throughout the length of the story, or like, I don't know if it's just the way they designed it or the game or something, but if you guys notice in Act 3, the very first mission, I believe it's called Ultimatum or something like that, you have to start out the mission by rescuing Griggs, who's locked in the house and he's held hostage. It's like the very beginning of the mission. So you start out in the woods and there's snow all over the ground, and you pick off a patrol, and then you breach into a house and clear it out, only to find out that Griggs isn't there. You guys may know where this is going at this point. So before you went into the house, it was the middle of the night. There was somewhat light in the sky, but not really that much. But it was still mainly dark. And the moment you walk out the door after you're done with the house, the sun is already up. It's like, how did that transition so fast? Like, I swear, that is just mind-boggling, because how does the sun rise so fast when you're not even in the house for like a minute? So that's what I'm kind of wondering here. Is if Infinity Ward is telling us that we've been searching that house for a long time or something, because it's just kind of weird that you would go from being outside to going into the house and then coming back out and it's full daylight. I mean, I understand it's the morning and there's somewhat light in the sky, but there's no way the sun could have rose that fast. But I bet you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, the second question that I have to address is the helicopter in the very last mission. I'm not talking Mile High Club, I'm talking about Endgame, the one where you're fleeing the launch facility in vehicles. So that helicopter, you're given an RPG and you're allowed to fire at it. Now, is it because, I mean, obviously everybody that shoots at the helicopter with the RPG is going to fail, because you have to take into account of the fact that the helicopter is traveling at a different speed, and by the time you shoot your RPG, it's not even going to be anywhere close to it. So you have to take into account all these different like angles and stuff. But my question is it possible to hit that helicopter? Can someone instinctively like figure out the specific angle they're supposed to fire the rocket and somehow get the RPG to hit the helicopter, or is it prone to fail every time? That's something that has been bugging me every time I've played through the campaigns. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts is about that, but I just think it's kind of weird. I mean, obviously you have to have the helicopter because it's part of the story and it blows up the bridge, but just if it would be possible to get a shot off the helicopter, can that happen? I mean, I've tried it. I've tried going through the campaign and using cheats before, and I've been unfortunate. It's like the game has a specific direction it positions the rocket after you pull the trigger on it. I don't know. So that one's interesting. And then my final question here, because this isn't really talked about much, but one can only assume because it is voiced by the same actor, is the character Gaz and Ghost the same, or are they completely different and just voiced by different people? Because as you can remember, I know there's a bunch of spoilers in this video, but as you can remember, in the end of Call of Duty 4, when there was the whole battle on the bridge, Zakhaev shows up and ends up shooting Gaz right in the head. Now one would assume he's dead. I mean, I guess it's possible he's dead, but another theory I had is that he's somehow still alive, and Kamarov and his men are able to save him. But because he sustained life-threatening injuries from that incident, and plus his face got fucked up pretty bad, that's why he had to wear the mask in MW2, and he went by the name Ghost. That's one theory I have, but it could just be a different guy, and it's just voiced by the same character. I mean, they do that in MW3 because, what's his name, Wallcroft? I think it's Wallcroft. He's voiced by the same guy as Gaz and Ghost. You may remember Wallcroft and Griffin, from Crew Expendable in Modern Warfare. But yeah, that's another question I had in mind, because is it possible that he could have survived that bullet, and that actually was Ghost in MW2? Now, like I said, I don't know. I guess there's some theories behind it, but every time I play through it, I just kind of assume it's the same guy, and that eventually he dies because Shepard betrays him and kills Roach and Ghost. But I guess it is possible that that's just a different person, and that Gaz actually died in MW1. But yes, those are some of the unanswered questions I've had about the game. Feel free to leave a comment below, like any answers, suggestions as to why these questions, like any answers to these questions that I've asked, and like any reasons why Infinity Ward did that. I don't know, just kind of shed a little light on this subject. But that's the end of this video. Please leave a like, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.